We spend our entire lives chasing the next big thing. We work 40, 50, even 60 hours a week, telling ourselves that once we hit that specific salary goal or buy that certain car, we'll finally be happy. But here's the cold, hard truth. Most people are experts at making money, but total amateurs at spending it. If you feel like your bank account is growing but your happiness is stagnant, it's not because you don't have enough, it's because you're using the wrong strategy. Welcome back to Smart Money Hub. I'm Olivia, and today we are looking at the science of how to actually buy happiness. The first and most important rule: buy experiences, not things. Think about the last time you bought a new smartphone. For the first few days, it was amazing. You showed it off, you played with every feature. But within 2 weeks, it just became a phone. This is what psychologists call hedonic adaptation. Human beings are incredibly good at getting used to new things. The new car smell always fades, and the thrill of a new watch eventually disappears into the background of your daily life. However, experiences are different. When you spend money on a trip, a concert, or even a unique cooking class, you aren't just buying a moment in time. You are buying a memory that becomes a part of your identity. Research shows that while the value of a physical object depreciates the moment you open the box, the value of an experience actually increases over time. Why? Because you relive it through stories, photos, and nostalgia. Memories don't take up space in your closet, but they fill your life with meaning. If you want a higher return on your happiness, stop filling your house with stuff and start filling your life with stories. Now let's talk about the most valuable currency in the world. It's not the dollar or Bitcoin, it's time. In the United States, we are currently facing what researchers call time famine. We feel rushed, stressed, and overworked. This brings us to step 2. Buy back your time. One of the most effective ways to use your money for happiness is to outsource the tasks you hate. If you spend your entire Saturday cleaning the house or mowing the lawn and you absolutely despise it, you are essentially trading your happiness for a few saved dollars. If you can afford it, hire someone to do it. This isn't laziness, it's a strategic happiness investment. By spending money to eliminate negative time, you create space for positive time, spending an afternoon with your kids, working on a side hustle, or finally reading that book you bought months ago. But happiness isn't just about what you do for yourself. Step 3 is perhaps the most surprising. Invest in others. We often think that treating ourselves to a luxury meal is the peak of spending, but science says otherwise. In a famous study, participants were given a small sum of money. Half were told to spend it on themselves, and the other half were told to spend it on someone else. By the end of the day, those who gave the money away or bought a gift for a friend reported significantly higher levels of joy. In psychology, this is called pro-social spending. When you use your wealth to have a positive impact on another human being, your brain releases a cocktail of dopamine and oxytocin. It reinforces your social connections and gives you a sense of purpose that a new pair of shoes simply cannot provide. Whether it's a $5 coffee for a colleague or a donation to a charity you care about, spending on others is a guaranteed way to boost your own well-being. Most people think they need to save up for one massive $10,000 purchase to feel successful. But happiness is actually found in the frequency of small wins, not the intensity of one big one. Step 4. Prioritize small joys. Our brains are wired to respond better to frequent, small bursts of pleasure rather than one giant event that happens once a year. Instead of one massive vacation every 12 months, try to incorporate small, high-quality experiences into your weekly routine. Maybe it's a high-end coffee once a week, a monthly massage, or a subscription to a service that teaches you a new skill. These frequent happiness spikes keep your baseline mood much higher throughout the year. Finally, step 5. Buy now, consume later. We live in the age of Amazon Prime and instant gratification. If we want something, we want it delivered in 2 hours. But we are killing one of the best parts of any purchase: anticipation. When you pay for a vacation 6 months in advance, you get 6 months of free happiness just by looking forward to it. The excitement, the planning, and the dreaming are often just as pleasurable as the trip itself. By delaying your consumption, you build up a mental reward that makes the final experience feel much more earned and satisfying. The final verdict. Money is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it only works if you know how to use it. If you use it to chase status and stuff, you will find yourself on a never-ending treadmill. But if you use it to buy experiences, to reclaim your time, and to help those around you, you'll discover that money really can buy happiness. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Smart Money Hub for more deep dives into the world of finance and mindset. Don't forget to comment below. What's one experience you've spent money on that was worth every penny? I'm Olivia, and I'll see you in the next one. See you in